wonderful viewers. Welcome to Expanding Beyond the Seekers episode number 3. Today, we are actually going to be answering a lot of questions because we've just had a huge number of members join us, and most of them do have lots of questions. So, we want to use this episode to answer most of their questions, if that is okay with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so without wasting too much time, let's start with question number 1, because there's a lot of questions for today. So one of the questions that most of the members are asking is about spiritual marriage, because in our country they feel like there's a lot of information or misinformation about spiritual marriage, and some of them wants to understand what is spiritual marriage, and if there is something like that, how do people get themselves into it, and then how will they get themselves out of it if it's true?
So the idea of spiritual marriage is that there is some entity be somewhere, right? Where the entity kind of, like you, the whole realm in the astral plane, and there is no woman there. Not only entity wants you, right? That's quite interesting. Maybe you are a fresh girl, or you are a fresh woman, or you're a fresh man. Maybe, who knows? Everybody have a taste. Right? Yeah. And then the idea of them kind of labeling it like a marriage, make it kind of a way. A marriage. Where in our society, what we believe to be a marriage is that the family and the two families from the man and the woman has agreed. Right? So the idea of spiritual marriage and all this stuff. Basically, there's not actually marriage anywhere. There is more like those entities, I mean, when we sleep, some of our subtle bodies come out of our body. For example, our astral body. Okay, most of the time, that is what we used to have most of the dreams. It come up of the body, pop out of the body, right? And some of the beings will just take that advantage to have sex or something. That is why they are calling marriage, right? If someone is having sex with you, that's why marriage. Now, what happened? Most of those beings are what we call the incubus and succubus. Yeah, one of the succubus or the incubus or something, right? They are sexual entities. They feed on sexual energy, right? Now, these beings, what people don't understand about the whole idea of spiritual marriage and beings or having sex with them, supposedly what they are talking about. But what happens is that most of the beings cannot come in without your permission. That is what people don't understand. They need your permission. They need an environment. They need a vibration that will match their vibration for them to be able to come into your energetic field, right? To be attached to you. Okay. Now, what happened is most of the people kind of, developed or set that environment for themselves, for those beings to come around, but they are not aware, right? For example, idea of fantasizing about a man, fantasizing about a woman, all these crazy wild fantasies in people's head. Okay, what they don't know is everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. So the moment they start thinking about a woman, they start thinking about a woman be a man be how when they get the man they are going to sleep with the man or something. That thing now you are doing is creating a vibration around you, our environment where those beings can come in contact with you, because whatever we do, it sends out the vibration out. Okay, so most of the marriage or this stuff, most of us, that is what it is. Because no entity can actually harm you, come around you, without you actually allowing that entity to come around. Or your subconscious mind, having agreed to that idea that being can come around. So most of them, it's more like we are the one who set that environment for them through our wild fantasies and our thinking, our wild daydreaming about all these stuffs. You see, and watching of all this sexual contents and all that, right? Where the individual don't know what is happening, and most of the people does it, and some of the beings will take advantage of them and be doing all this stuff, right? But I think they are just a negative entities. There's no marriage anywhere. So again, let's people forget about the idea of marriage. Those beings are there because you've created that environment that is making them around. The vibration is still around. Some of them will say, how mobile in deep within them, they like it. Because I mean, because the astral body, the stimulation when you are having a feeling through the astral body, is very great. So deep within themselves is kind of fine, but on an actual reality, the idea of how people have actually put into their head that if this thing is happening, this is what is going to cause your life. And it can make the people also believe that, agree to that idea, because those things are actually going on. So then it has created an environment for those people to feed on their energy to harm them. You see? So yeah, you just need just that vibration. You can just stop them with just a thought. You see, that's how powerful. Yeah, and then we have some practices. I think somebody did. There was a man. I went to a radio station, right? And that man came in and he was like, "Oh, spiritual marriage. What you're teaching? You have been, going to different pastors and all that to counsel the marriage. So if you have some, I don't know, prayers or some or rituals to do that." I was, what? What do you mean rituals? All these rituals for, right? Because people need answers, and then people are set this environment, and then people thinking this is the only way you can do it, and they are forgetting the inner power within themselves. This is just a vibration. They are there because the vibration is constantly existing around you. The environment is still there. That is what is making them coming around. Okay, so I give the man a chance, a chance to that create a positive vibration around him, and then from that he said he started vomiting, and then that is all. So date, it has not come again. This was not a magic. What I put in his head was that it doesn't mean the chant itself has to be powerful. I could say, sing the word gura gula gula, but have within yourself that gura gura. I just make it like the gura gura. It's a vibration. It's a very high positive vibration. It repair negative entities, and he believes it. He agreed to that idea. And then when he started using the sound, please, the sound is not gula gula gula. When he started using the sound, hold and behold, they are gone. Because his intention was that the moment he sang that song or that word I've given to him, that beings are supposed to go. It was just the intention. You see, there's that intention. No? The word is not a supernatural word to be or even the word. Okay? And then he was like, oh, he started singing, and all of them went away. They didn't come again. Because that belief, that vibration I put in him, that this thing, is a high positive vibration from the universe. He believed it. He agreed to that idea, and poof, they start going. Because that has set a different vibration, and the belief and the agreement he has made with the sound now giving to him, that it is actually worked. It always worked. So that intention, kind of destroyed that environment where that beings were coming in. That was actually providing a space for that beings to come in. And up to date, he has not actually experienced anything. Man, I didn't tell him to go and use salt or go and use this or go and use that. Right? When you understand that the universe is about vibration, energy, and frequency, that is what it takes. And all power is within us. You see, and just think in terms of vibration, frequency, and energy. And I bet you that those people who are going through all this kind of spiritual stuff, if you start kind of having deep conversation with them, you will say, oh, I was thinking about this man. Oh, now, so if they actually open up, you see that these people was actually kind of in a way thinking, or you see when they did create that environment.
Mm.
You see,
Okay.
yeah. So that is all
So,
about it. Mhm.
so in a way, what you're saying is they themselves bring it upon themselves
Yeah, that is
because
the truth.
they create
No,
the environment for the beings.
yeah, or vibration
Okay.
that
And the
corresponds.
easiest way for them to actually get rid of it is to set intention that they don't want
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that is it. Just turn away from them. You don't actually want it. But what the problem is coming from what we are saying. The only problem is the person will have a doubt. Hey, how will I be? Who am I? How will I going to say they should be and they will be gone, right? And those of them, have been programmed by the quote unquote spiritual people that hey, spiritual man, you need to go through tedious process. You need to do this. You need to do this. So when you come in and say that, just have just intention, you'll be like, hey, now this man was giving me different tedious or many ways I have to go through before this, and this guy is saying just use an intention, and then it's creating a doubt, right?
Mm.
That doubt came in, and then it's not going to work. But
Yeah.
when people start understanding that is how it works, it is about vibration, frequency, and energy. You can command them. That is your environment. You don't want them again. But it seems that they make us so limited that it seems you cannot do anything. We need to do some tedious. I'm like, what? The soul within us is the most powerful thing. Just say it. You don't want it again. Just have that knowingness. But most of them is having doubt. So that is why we always give this vibration to them. We always give them that knowingness. It's just a remembrance. And poof, that is all. It will destroy that environment.
Yeah, I remember one of the members when she was asking the question. I asked her, so if they tell you to do certain rituals, does it go away? And then the answer was no, it doesn't go away. They say when they do the rituals, the man say it didn't work, they have to do it again.
Yeah.
They have to do it again. So
The ritual aspect is there, but we are trying to say to you that there is something within. That is what that is what I have problem with the spiritual people. They themselves is creating an environment and fear stuff for people. You see, that is even in that solution, it's actually setting a different environment. There's no empowerment within the soul.
Okay.
So the idea says, hey, I need you to sabra. I don't know why spiritual marriage. If you don't do this and this, it is not going to work. Hey, for here. You see what is happening. So within the person, it has created a program that hey, this thing is very, very serious. This is very, very scary or something big. So you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to, right? But when we understand, it's just an intention. That with knowing you don't like it, bro, go away. That is it. They are going to run.
Some of them, as you said earlier, and so
yeah. And then the concept that if people have this stuff, it is going to destroy their life. That too is being thrown into the public. So maybe this stuff was not necessarily going to create that environment of you going, but that thing has been into people to believe that when this thing happens, it is going to happen. So within themselves, they have agreed to that idea. So that reality is going to come. Their works are not going to go well. What they are doing is going to go well because they have heard that when this thing happens, some of them are just scientific because some of them just happen. They are normal dreams that you have having sex. That the same way you having food, you sleep, you having dream, and then you are eating. The same way you have dream where you are running. Okay, dreams kind of mimic our reality. What we do here. So not all the sex aspects when one or two B means is spiritual stuff, and then what believe it all starts from the believing, the agreeing that this is how it is. Hey, my spiritual marriage, hey, it is going to cause my life, it is going to do this, it's going to do this, and the person going through anxieties and all this negative vibration within the soul because the person have come to hear that when this thing happens, this is what happens. You see, what do you believe? What you actually agree to is what creates your reality.
That's very powerful, and I think that's one of the things that everyone needs to understand. The secret of the universe: what you
Yeah,
agree to is what will happen to you.
yeah,
If you don't agree to anything, it will not actually
yeah,
happen to
yeah.
you. So that's. I hope our members are getting this. So anyone
Yeah.
that has anything to do with spiritual marriage, this is for you. Just say you don't want it, and then it will go away.
Yeah. Or if the person want an ear, just let the person come here. Give myself, we give the person chance and some ways to clear it out. Because people cannot do because of the doubt. The whole even I should give you a technique, I should give you a rate, whatever it I have to give you, you need to agree to the idea that it's going to work. So after all, it is your intention that is doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
Even if we give you a ritual cry and you don't believe in it to cry, it's not going to work.
Because your intention is the most powerful thing. That is the raw power we are talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, that is it.
All right. There you go. So spiritual marriage is now solved. Now let's move to the next. Let's
Yeah,
move
let's
to
move.
the next question. I think this one it will be very interesting to know because especially the men, they want to know when you embark on this journey, is sex something that you need to refrain from? Anyone say, "Oh, having sex," they said, "Yeah, other path." And I can say you need to preserve your sexual energy, and you need to be when you don't have sex. Is it going to affect you on this path when you're on the path of
No,
light and sound also protection?
no, please. It is not going to affect anything. You are good to go. But warriors, just watch the people. Just be careful. I mean, I don't want you need to be careful. What this one is for your health. I mean, if you are going to have sex with somebody now, the person is having infection or something. All you have to do is just be careful of who you have sex with. That is all. But sex in itself, when I say be careful, I'm just talking about your health. It is not about your consciousness. This thing is a union between two people. You know how powerful when both of you and your husband, your wife, if you're married, you and your husband and wife, when you love yourself, you agree, you actually connect together, and you are doing this. Are you doing? People know how deep this connection is. This
Please
connection.
touch on that deepness. No, let's know so that if someone is, let's say, they might be on this path, and the way you say it is as if said. And your bunny be until you're very but because there is some kind of power in it, you can set it aside for maybe someone special. So if you can tell us a little bit about how powerful it is and what makes it powerful.
Yeah. So the idea of now, I always go back. What we are dealing with, what you agree to, is what creates your reality. Now people are saying sex is sacred. Sex is this. It's a secret. Now, I always say what you believe, what you agree to is what creates your reality. Now, when I say it is not going to affect, when I say there's a connection, yeah, there's a connection because both of your aura, you are dealing with auras and electromagnetic field. Okay, so you need to choose the right person so that the connection, the negative, and yin and yang, and everything will connect together to benefit both of you in an energetic way. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Because there are people who always are very, very dark or negative aura. When you have sex with them, they are going to affect you in a way. That is the only thing, right? Yeah, and if you also have a positive vibration, you can raise that person's vibration. But in all, what we are saying is just find someone who deserves it and give it to that person. When I say don't, the sex is not have a place, that doesn't mean go in, whoever you you see you are going to have sex with. No, no, please. What I'm saying is, if our girlfriend be more, it doesn't actually affect anything. This is a union. This is an agreement. This is a bond between two people. How should it have an effect on your consciousness? Now, when you are dealing with the lower walls, when you are dealing with the astral state of consciousness, you see, among yes, I know semen retention because you are trying to raise the energy. Aha, Kundalini energy, right? Or the chakra energy, right? You are trying to do that. I mean, these are all energy. Energy, are just dealing with energy. It doesn't raise your vibration. It doesn't raise your consciousness. It doesn't make you have exist the matrix or attain mental plane state of consciousness. You can feel the energy flow be what you mean as some astral and quite many experiences. That is all, right? It doesn't actually lead anywhere. The idea of chakra, right? I always say the chakra was an implant. Okay, it was actually an implant which was put here for the negative part to control us through that. Okay, I think we will get into that in the Kundalini aspect and all this stuff coming from the Hindus and all this stuff, the reptilian worshipping stuff, right? This thing run deeper. That is why it is being shown upon the media very, very much, right? Because they know what they are doing. Okay? Because these people, like Kundalini, you are inviting this serpent entity to flow within you. When someone awakened up, it seems it is more like a possession. Is this a possession? This being or this entity, it start rising. Not it more like to say the obu checha or yabompaya movie now as a homophobia, right? Like when they are praying to people, how Ghana when Ghana come and they are praying to people, how that is how it works. Now, I don't know because of said that energy has possessed, right? And that energy start to ruin their life, start to have an effect on them. I think we touch on that aspect, right? So when they're about the sex, about the food, I think maybe food, let me reserve it for I think the question will come. People like this idea. And it is on the social media, people are actually teaching it. Energy way, energy way, energy this, energy this. Why? Did this, has nothing to do with your consciousness. It has only something to do with your health. I want to make the clarification here. So who dear a habaya and then who dear sa habaya na a more have I escaping matrix, who need habani to nourish your body so that you can be healthy. That's the only way you attain higher state of consciousness is to project your consciousness into the universe and learn about the universe. And because it's consciousness, and consciousness is beyond time and space, all this stuff does not affect your consciousness, but it affects your body, this physical body.
Let me, this one there, it will be my question on top of that question. So, because consciousness is within this body, right? And it's operating through this body, is it not necessary to, okay, let me ask it this way. What is the connection between the body and consciousness? Because if you are not eating properly, right, can it affect your consciousness? How you kind of interact with your consciousness?
No. So that is why we were saying it's only alcohol and drugs. That is what the only thing that alters your consciousness. At least there are some food that can alter your consciousness. Or there's something you take in that can alter your consciousness, put into hallucination state. I think the drugs, weed, trammels, and all this. I think we all know how it does to people. That is why we don't advise people to do drugs. Now, what people were saying when they were saying about food is because they were all going back to the chakra idea. The consciousness, it does not exist. People say it exists through the third eye. And what we found out is that the third eye in itself is an implant. Because we found out that the AI, this implant was put here for a very long time. And this implant, this AI has created a synthetic reality. So most of them who escaped through here, is having a synthetic reality or a duplicate reality, which is being created by the AI. Because that AI, that being who is trying to take over the universe and all that, what it is doing is trying to duplicate the universe, the planes of existence, so that it will trap its own souls within. That is why in the soul we try to exit from here, where the soul comes, not from here. But here can be a concentrating concentration center. You can concentrate here and then poof from here. That is why we leave the light and sounds and everything so that it can connect with the heart. Because the heart too, actually, our actual eye, if we also need to deal with the heart. The heart is natural, energetic center for the body. So that is why we connect here, and then we use here for concentration center, and then we can use the vocals for that.
But yeah, this one there, let's reserve it for something else because we are good.
Okay.
But I just wanted the connection between the body with consciousness, because if you're eating something, right, that can affect how the body will interact with consciousness. Now, that's where I think
so your reality. Okay, maybe say you're conscious. That's what I'm saying. Drugs. I don't think so. Would do fufu and I would be benku yet to say the wabu and I mean, I'm not saying there's no food that can. There are food that can alter your state of consciousness, but I don't think that Ghana has, or it is much here. So when I'm saying food, what I'm saying is, yeah, there are some like the ayahuasca and all these things, other DMTs. When you take it, they have all the chemicals. They have the ability to alter your consciousness or alter your mind. Actually, your mind, right? Because your conscience cannot be affected. It's only the mind, the mental body that can be affected to misbehave, cannot actually the consciousness. So that is what I'm saying, sir. The consciousness idea. I don't know what food is going to cause not you to be able to visualize or imagine. Okay, so the conscious itself, it doesn't have a problem. But what when I say food, I'm saying about your health, not your consciousness in general.
Okay.
By your health, yeah. So when you're eating food, people think when you're eating some food that is the food is going to help them attain some higher state of consciousness. And then you enjoy all these practices and then get the say the so right. So what I'm saying is your health, but as your consciousness, no.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I understand. Yes, yeah, hopefully members have understood. If you don't understand, then you can bring your questions again.
Yeah. And the ones which altered, it only altered your mind, your mental body, not actually your consciousness. Your consciousness cannot be harmed. It cannot be captured. It cannot be destroyed by your mind, because of said the mind is more like a body. It is the mental body. The same way somebody can affect your emotion, your emotional body. Someone can affect some chemical that can affect your memory, will make you not remember some stuffs. So that drugs or that chemical is affecting your causal body. The same way those that make you oboa when you have in isolation, hallucination, and all this food that altered, it actually altered your mind. It kind of puts your mind into this dissonance state. You start misbehaving.
Okay. Thank you very much for that clarification. I hope the ladies and gentlemen, you've heard that one. So the advice is choose someone that deserves it, and then you can have whatever you want to do. Right. Now let's move on to the next question. So the next question is about money. Now, this one, maybe we might break it down into different questions. As in, when we say money, what is it? What is money?
Money is a unit of transaction. Yeah. So money is, okay, let me get deep. So money is just a part of the matrix in a way. Right? It's something more like a people where, they're giving a value to. It's all part of the control system, right? But you look at accounts and people are, exchanging the real money, the real sika, which is good, with people, right? Yeah. So it is more like something which has been given a value so that we can do transactions and all that. Yeah.
And most importantly, we've all agreed to it.
Yeah, we've all agreed to it. And that is also plan of the negative forces, those who are ruling this planet to control the masses. That is what you need. Right? So one is one. So even in our society, even you a child, when we are a child, all what they are parents, go school, go physical, go school, and that's one too. So in our society, this the idea of money, or always going for money, is, I think, almost it is in everybody's head. It's one of the main stuff people need. One of the main stuff people want to achieve.
100% of the population on this planet.
Yeah, everybody wants it. And the funny aspect is, the more you want it, the more you have it, the more it is not enough. You see, so it is it's more like a loop. It keeps you in a loop, always wanting more, not realizing, that it makes you not be in the present moment, the nowness. Okay, yeah, I think we talk about time and space. Okay, so it doesn't make you. It always make you always moving into, even so. Now the person have a house of money, the person was still yearn for more, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then it have a negative vibration to it. It have a capacity to change people. Okay. One of the way it sets, it changes people with a very instant. So if you are somebody you are not aware, like people were saying, oh, this guy when he was coming up, hey, the way he was, communicating with people and all this stuff. But when he get the money, oh, poof, everything as a nan entirely or session to change the answer. It kind of have this. What is the tree?
It has a power to change.
That's
true.
Yeah,
it's quite true, because I remember when I was trading, the first time I made a little bit of money, the way I was I was being King Kong. I traveled back to Ghana, and everything that I did, I was behaving like as if I'm the boss. Then everybody's saluting you, that kind of thing. But so we need to so now I want to now what's your corner, baby.
So you see how it is very tricky. If you don't have it, it's a problem. If you have it too, it's a problem. Because if you don't have it and you don't take care, it is going to make you obsessed with it. It's the obsession. It kind of have the great tendency to make people obsessed with it. That is how it was created. So it's more like a slavery mindset that you always have to work for something. It's more like always chasing.
Yeah.
So people that even with a business, or people that are not even have time for themselves. If you guys so projection about the universe, hey, that's a probably don't know what business right? But when the person have a money, the person have enough. Maybe 2 buildings be, 3 buildings be, or cars be, or nema or what come up. But still, the person still yearn for more.
And you see what is happening.
Hey, many is gonna go and I won't say what is happening. So it's more like it always make you like, if you don't have it, maybe in the future, the idea of it, because this system, this has created all this stuff that it seems that we cannot be happy, you cannot live your life without money.
I bet they say with this guy it's a joint.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. But some kind always say it's all about awareness. You see, we are not saying please, that is not what we are saying. But what we are saying,
I was coming to that aspect.
Yeah. You ask the question.
Finish.
Yeah. So what we are saying is just be appreciative of what you have. Just learn to be in the present moment of what we have and appreciate it. Because money have a tendency to remove people from the nowness. Nipa was capon so the one name so it move you from the now present moment to always yearn for more. Where the person where you are, you live healthy, wealthy life, wealthy. That is what we should actually yearn for. And wealthy does not mean you have to have a bunch of money. It's not a comfortable living. You appreciate. You have something you can send people some. You are good. You're free. You are not obsessed. So it's kind of a tricky if you don't be careful. If you are not careful about how tricky the money system is, and that is the vibration it's holding. It was done for purposely. This was actually something almost as it is purposely. It was purposely done for a reason. That is the best way they are keeping people always in the slavery mindset. So people think, hey, religion, you're free. They didn't know that there was a whole other level. Money is no. If with the money, because no one is going to say you're going to so big that human opportunity. And we are not saying it is bad to have it. No, it is good to have it because your survival depends on it. Because of how the system has been set, you need that. But you need to live above it. You don't make it control you. That is where you appreciate what you have. Maybe where you may be, the pay is enough. Maybe how you could. But no person go baby. No, meaning what money they are looking for. It always, I think, at this one day, those who always have more is always yearning for more. So I wonder, like, where are they taking the money to? Why still look at this politician person.
Oh,
Like,
maybe
when
I didn't.
they're not 100%. That's great. Yeah, like I said, almost a boo amount for mouse to benefit themselves. It also makes you selfish. Because of say it kind of put people in the survival mode. That is what it does. Survival mode. Hey, some works be part where people are making people do just to sort of more music and then the amount they are getting from what they work the people are actually doing for them. It's horrible. Yeah. So money is very, very kind of a way. It have the positive side, have the negative side. So you need to be conscious, you need to be aware. That's where we always tell people inwardly to be aware of the self. Because when you forget the self, everything is outside. And this money and all this stuff become your obsession. This become your reality. It becomes your purpose.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for that one. And this comes the actual question for money. So we are on this path right now. Let's say someone is on the path of enlightenment, or I said self-realization, and the person doesn't have a lot of money, but we've also come to discover that we hold the power, right? Okay. We can bend reality to our will.
Mm-hmm.
So can we use our power to bend reality in terms of money to our will?
Yeah. I mean, then we are going to law of attraction. This one day, manifestation. Be ahead. Be happy. Everybody who gets into manifestation, be happy. The idea, obsession with the money. Go back to what we are talking about. Yeah. No one has actually go to manifestation to attain self-realization. No one has actually approached manifestation. That is a manifestation. And that's how would it be bringing something to existence or bringing something to your reality. You are manifesting that. So you can even manifest how the soul, mastery of the soul projection.
Fat baby.
You know what we are dealing with. Let's use law of attraction. Manifestation, it'll be any car, any money, any juma, and this. It all goes back to the money idea.
Yeah.
So the obsession with the money. So the raw self, is a problem. So those who are even teaching the manifestation or whatever on the public, on the social media, also have a problem because they themselves is not aware. Seek ye first the kingdom within, and everything will be yours. Okay, I'm quoting from some people's book. This one there is true. Right? Please, you see what you are doing. The truth has been always been hidden within, but people don't understand. Many various stuff, but people don't understand. And I'm then trying to buy billions. I will one after, right? You see, that is the truth. You see what you are dealing with. So even the manifestation, the money idea is there. Obian me say, ask somebody. People don't even know. People think manifestation is always about so you are bringing money and all this stuff into your existence. That is what people think about. Manifestation is bringing something to your very existence. So you took that idea, the idea that what you believe, and you can use your imagination and it first start to create something within your existence. And we get into deep how to deal with where you have to get into the theta state. Most of the scientists does it. Thomas Edison was using it, and Nikola Tesla was actually using it. Manifestation.
So they were
So yeah,
actually ideas instead of money.
yeah, instead of money. So even a soul project, you can the same way you used to manifest. You whenever you're about to wake up, you imagine that you can always go out of your body when you want. Imagine the feeling of having the ability to do it. After that, you use the law of reverse effort. Anyway, we will get into law of attraction manifestation, and it's going to work. So when we don't seek the knowledge of the self, there's going to be a problem. So yeah, I mean, let me answer the question as it is. Yeah, you can use your your real power to manifest money if that is what you want, but you're not going to be satisfied. But you can, but then make that thing your goal. Because when the within the self is being realized, all this is going to come around you. You may even want it. The idea, let me get into this. Spiritual stuff is not so by now you walk out and I heard some woman saying, hey, when you work, you are working for the system, you are working for the matrix, and we need to go to the forest. Please, it doesn't mean you need to be poor. You don't need that. This are all this mindset. I don't know where it is coming from. If you truly know the real the stuff in your reality, life is going to be easy. All this stuff is going to gravitate to you. You are going to attract it. Your aura, your magnetic field, your electromagnetic field is going to create that vibration where this stuff will start to come. Because it all starts from your belief system. It's all start from what you've agreed to. You see? So when all these things come from, I think the Black Americans, right? And they are no more the Cresta, being a digger, she should know my boy Rasta, no more team, now. Right? It's quite interesting. It's all good, but you know, there's a role, that role of the idea, I'll call the idea of spirituality and what people are considering spirituality, where in itself, it's part of the matrix anyway. It is not leading anywhere. It can give you some experiences, but it's not just the experience. And that's what I also want to touch on. When we say that people are like, you'll be a terror, but I'm so being and one who we are seeing in even the soul projection we are talking about, after you project, now you're about to use the projection to go and learn and use your raw awareness to differentiate the illusion from the truth. So now you're about to actually know what your reality is. Now you're going to learn about yourself, the soul, the universe. You are going to get into all these powerful beings in the universe, communicating with them, working with them, doing all this stuff. And then you are learning. You are trying to figure out. It is about figuring. It is about attaining. It's all one experience is be ayahuasca or something. You don't have any control over it. Then you have get self-realization. That one too, you get there. Yeah, I think
that's a move. So the question, to end the question on money, as it being said, once we have the awareness of ourselves and we have control over ourselves, one can actually pursue money in order to either not benefit himself, but to use it in a form of charity to help those that don't have.
Yeah, yeah. And then we are not saying, sir, you can't. If you don't work. It has still manufacturing money. You can't say, oh yeah, no, I'm money now, baby, see what. Now you're not with them go. It has to pass through a medium. It may through work. It may through what you do. So you can't say continue to the where you may be no baby. Yeah. Now you know.
None
of the please. We are encouraging everybody to find something to work on so that we're bringing money to survive the family and also help people. And we can make it easier when we actually do the manifestations and use that power within us. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's ask one last question, and then we will bring today's episode to an end. We'll continue next time. Actually, I had 3 more, but I'm gonna jump to the last one, and then the other 2 we'll touch on it on the episode number 4. So you were talking about energy field, and you were saying something about we have power, right, because of our energy field. When you were talking about the sex, so what is this energy field, and how can one know about this energy field in order to be confident within themselves that they don't actually need some kind of protection outside the beat, because they already have a protection that they are not aware of?
So what we are talking about is the aura. People also call it the aura, the energetic field, right? It's just something kind of electromagnetic kind of a way be a way home visa. Right? That's the energetic field. It is in the form of electromagnetic. It is operating from energy, vibration, and frequency. Like the same principle, the whole universe is being operated. Right? So you can protect yourself. You can straighten it. I am for when people say, sir, cleaning your soul or using salt or something. People think that it is the soul or something they are cleaning or what. The rituals they do. I've forgotten what the name they call it. And it's actually the aura.
Spiritual cleansing.
Spiritual cleansing. Right? People think it is spiritual. I don't know. The spiritual word want to clean you.
Right?
So it is just the cleansing of the aura. That is basically what they are doing. So that it can be strong. So the stronger the aura, it can repel negative entities around. Because that is the aura now. When you are vibrating on now, emit frequency out. And I have different entities we can trigger that and camping. And then you can just use your imagination. You can use your intention. You can use your vibration, sound, like what we are doing, listening to what we are saying. It is raising your consciousness. It is expanding your awareness. And it is having an effect on your aura. Okay? Yeah.
Okay. That's very powerful. So each and every one of us has got protection, right? From the
Yeah. You all have
it. Okay.
Please. The source is not going to bring you here. I mean, its essence is within. That is the most powerful thing. So we ourselves are powerful beyond everything. So you don't even need protection anywhere.
All right.
The best the source can get is to actually you are it. That is it. That is the powerful stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Ita, and thank you, listeners, for today's episode. We will see you again in the.
We are going to come for part 2, so that we are all.
All right. So there you go. We will meet you in part 2 of episode 3. So enjoy, and then we'll see you later.